Another thing, don't complain. Majority of the time, people are complaining because they ain't even putting in the work, but they really want the result. Make it make sense. I'll keep it a buck. I reckon the only reason why a lot of the time a lot of people are trying to rush success is because they're trying to prove to other people that they got it like that instead of actually going through the process. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, yeah, like, look, we all have to start somewhere in it. So if you're competing with other people, you're definitely not going to get to your full potential that you're trying to get to. Hence the reason why with me, when I first started off, I make sure that I went in my own pace, you know, make all the mistakes that I want to make. Because at the end of the day, I do believe that God don't make no mistakes, right? So it's like more time people would risk their freedom to try to get the bag and at the same time, you know, risk everything. That don't make any sense. In your 20s, you're not supposed to have money like that. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be like, you know, balling, quote unquote, balling. You're supposed to go through, you know, mistakes in life so you can learn. So then when you do acquire all the worth that you're supposed to have, you can, you know, sustain it and have it for a long period of time and even pass it down. I've always been a tip, like, whereas like, if I go, I'm never going to leave no cash for my kids. I'm always going to leave like mindset and assets. So with the mindset that I'm going to teach them of how to get it, because the way I got it and the assets is like, all right, cool. You have the mindset. Here's the business. Do your thing. And more time when you give your kids the mindset, they can still run your thing and do their thing at the same time. But we live in a culture where everyone's trying to get the bag now, get the bag now. Everyone's trying to skip the process. You can't skip the process to success. Because I look at it like this. I was talking to one of my homeboys the other day and I was just like, look, majority of the time, you're not even mature enough to even have the type of funds that you think that you deserve. Like, you're still going through some immaturity stage in your life. A 25-year-old brain has developed at 25, right? So anything below 25, bro, you're still growing. Like, your brain ain't even fully developed yet. So imagine your brain developing at 25, and then you thinking to yourself that you deserve to have all these type of monies in the world. And you gotta look at it like this, yeah? From 25 to like 35s, that's like the stepping stone, right? So I'm going to talk about myself, right? When I first started into like entrepreneurship, yeah, I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to give myself 10 years to learn a skill, master the skill, be as good as I can with that skill. And then after, I can then focus on other things. So when I was like 25, that's when I first opened up my first business, right? That was one of my first stepping stone. I made a lot of mistakes as well. So I'm even actually grateful that I made those mistakes because I'm not going to make those type of mistakes when I was 25, my mid 30s. So I'm kind of grateful for that. But at the same time, it was a learning curve. So I had to go through that learning curve. So to get the knowledge that I know now. Knowledge that I know now, so now I'm going to package it and figure out a way where it's going to work for me. That's going to take another decade. Yeah. So in terms of like going into like, you know, trading, investing in stocks, letting my money work for me, that's going to take another 5 years. Yeah. So when I've made that cash flow, that 10 years of cash flow, then now I can say, okay, cool. This is what I'm going to start investing in. Because I've invested in a lot of businesses. Some worked out, some hasn't. It is what it is. You know how it goes. If you're an entrepreneur, you already know how it is. Especially if you're like a righteous entrepreneur, should I say. You're doing it the right way. You're not doing it the illegal way. So I'm only going to talk to my guys that are doing it the right way, not the legal way. But I'm going to get to that after. So you started your business, you're going through like obstacles. That's your learning curve. So then when you get to a stage where you feel like, all right, cool. I know a lot of things about the industry that I'm gunning. I'm going to start investing my money. Now that's going to take another decade for you to fully understand the industry that you're in. So there is no rush to success if you look at it like that. So, all right, cool. Say like, you get all that money that you said that you wanted to get now at your early 20s or your early 30s, right? And then you fuck up the bag. You have to deal with the repercussion of fucking up the bag because now in your mind, you feel like you deserve the money. Yeah. So having it early can be a curse than having it later. Having it later can be one of the biggest blessings for you because you know that, all right, cool. If I'd have had it earlier, I'd have fucked up the whole bag. But now I got it later, I can invest, you know, to the right stocks or the right real estate. So I'll tell you a story. Like when I was, so I had my first commercial property when I was 24 and, I didn't do the paperwork properly. I end up kind of messing up, you know, in terms of like I didn't invest in the right solicitors. I didn't look at the floor plan. I didn't understand that, all right, cool. If I invest in this, how long is it going to take for me to run the business? And if I don't want it no more, can I sell the commercial property? I didn't figure all of those stuff out, I just went along as I went, as I grow, right? What I know now, if I knew what I knew now and I went back into my 25 years old self, I would have prevented a lot of them stuff from happening. But that's life, Sometimes we never have all that a lot of people don't have that guidance from early. Some people do, some people don't. So, I'm gonna just talk about myself. I never had that guidance early, but I made those mistakes. So those mistakes made me understand where I need to be now. So if I was going to tell my sons and say, all right, cool, boys, if you're going to go into business, make sure that the paperwork's on point. Make sure you get solicitors. Make sure you look at the floor plan. Make sure you understand what type of cash flow you're going to be getting from the business, the time and effort you're going to be putting into the business to see if it's going to be worth your time. Because time is all we have, right? So that's those knowledge and skills that I've acquired from all the mistakes that I've made in my early 20s, right? So now in my 30s, I know exactly how to maneuver. I understand the importance of having time. I wouldn't waste my time being in a commercial property for 24/7, trying to get money where I can actually spread my time, right? Where I can do this and do the other stuff. Right now, I create content. Also, I cut hair. I trade. I have a passion for everything I do, and I'm 36. So as time goes on, I give myself another 10 years. So 36, another 10 years, I'll be what? 46. So that's good for me because I know to myself that I'm growing gradually because, success is not really given. Success is really earned. Yeah. So you got to really keep going ham, never stop. And, give it everything you can. Because to me, I wouldn't want to stumble on all that work from early because then when I get a bit older, I feel like I'll lose it all. Hence the reason why we see people that's been getting money from early, they hit a certain age, they don't have that money no more. You got to ask yourself why. Because they mismanaged it. They wasn't mature enough. They didn't understand what they had at the time. But you see, when you're a bit older and you're mature, it's easier for you to sustain wealth for a long period of time. So that's why you shouldn't even try to rush success. You should actually be going through the process. I tell people all the time, listen, if you're going to do something illegal to get the money, that's on you. But know that you're robbing from your future. There's some people that's paying the price for what they've done when they was younger, and it comes and catch up to them when they're in their mid-40s, and now they're paying the price for that, bro. To me, that's hustling backwards, man. That's not even hustling, bro. That's not even smart. You're just you're doing it for other people. If you was really, think about this. If you was really doing it for yourself, you will go through every motion, all the motions, the ups, the down, every motion, because that builds you to the person that you're going to be in the future. Because I see all over social media, and another thing as well, I'm just going to rant for a bit, and I just want you lot to hear me on this one, yeah? Social media, there's a good and a bad side to social media, and I'll tell you why. Social media gives you the opportunity to put yourself out there, market yourself, brand yourself, without having to pay other people to brand yourself for you. So you can do all the stuff for you. But the bad side about social media is, if your brain ain't mature enough, it's easy for you to be manipulated on a lot of people on the net. Because you gotta understand, the same way I just turned this camera on and I'm talking to you guys right now, the same way any Tom and Dick and Harry can turn the camera on and speak to you. They can give you misinformation and you can take that and run with it and thinking that's facts, that's accurate. So you're easily manipulated. So that's the reason why social media has the bad side and there's a good side. But imagine you go through all the process in your life, you go through all the obstacles, you learn, you fail, you get back up, you grow. It's very hard for someone to manipulate you because you've been there, done that. I had people telling me about, D, why didn't you go into real estate? And I'm like, look, there's a perfect time for everything. There's no rush. Why would I want to go out my way, spend so much money, get in a house, paying the bank all this money, going to work to get the money to give to the bank, and I don't fully own the property yet, where I can just use that same money, create a business, create a cash flow that I know that I'm going to own, I can't get fired from, and that's something that I can use to invest in other stuff that's going to give me that financial freedom. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're all aiming for, right? So I ain't going to play myself like that just because everyone else is doing it. You know what I'm saying to you? So that comes with maturity and growth. right? I know a lot of people that owns properties, but they're cash broke. They're equity rich, but cash broke. It don't really make sense because at the end of the day, you really want to have that, flexibility where you can say, yo, I want to take a time off, or I want to fly out, I want to chill, I don't want to work so hard, because you don't have that burden behind you. But you see, when you stumble into that burden from early, doesn't allow you to see the other stuff where you can make money from. We're in 2025. Things are different. People are killing it out here. There's so much ways of making money, bro. It's mind blowing. I'm talking to you right now, sitting down in my home, making the content. This video, I don't know what this video can do in the future. This video can do crazy numbers, bring some cash flow for me, where I can use that to invest and do more content, or invest in other stuff that's going to make me more money and give me that financial freedom. So I say that to say to you guys that thinking that, yo, you want it now. Bro, relax. You just got to relax. Do what you feel comfortable of doing. Stay in your pace, bro. Look, you got to look at it like this as well. Your DNA, will never be repeated again in history. Meaning there ain't going to be another person that's like you. So embrace that. See what your strength is. See what your weakness is. Work on that. It's actually a marathon, like the great Nipsey Hussle said. It ain't no race to get into the finish line real quickly. No, take your time. See what you're good at. See what you're not good at. Work on that. But of course, work on what you are good at more, and bring that to the world. That's something you can offer. That's something that you can turn into like a cash flow. I see in the internet a lot of people say, "Oh, you can't make money in the UK." What do you mean you can't make money in the UK? What do you mean there's no money in the UK? We have security in the UK, so it's so easy for you to make money in the UK because of the security that's in the UK. In other countries where there's no security, where it's so hard to make money. I hear that the tax system in the Western countries is fucked, but there's ways around it if you're smart. You know what I mean? So it comes with like experience at the time. So it's like, your pace is beautiful. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's designed to be. Your pace is designed to be how it is. Once you start thinking that you deserve more than what you have currently right now, that's when you go wrong, my brother, because you're trying to do it for other people. Stop trying to please people, bro. You already know what you got to do. Just stick to what you got to do. Make it work. Patience, all you have. And as time goes on, you're going to notice that you have an asset of experience and growth. Meaning your mind is so mature enough that you can make the right investment instead of the wrong investment. You got a lot of people out here that's taking finance cars instead of buying a car. Think about it. The same people that's financing the car are the same people that's crying and saying there's no money out here, where you're giving £800 to a car that's not even yours yet every month and making yourself poorer every month. So you can't turn around and say there ain't no money out here, bro, if you're investing in the wrong place. So you got to look at it like this, yeah? The more you work on yourself and know what's good for you and what's better for you, the better it is for you when you get a bit older, bro. That's actually facts when I think about it. Because right now I'm at an age where I don't really need to do something I don't want to do. I always make sure I do something that I like to do. That's the way it is. Why am I going to live on the earth and do something I don't want to do for the bag? Like, make it make sense, man. You know? Like I say to a lot of people, and I'll say it to you guys as well, to the people that's watching me right now. Yo, do what you feel comfortable of doing. Be the best at it. Be consistent. And as time goes on, you're definitely going to find your tribe. Once you find your tribe, you're going to find people that fucks with you. And those are the people that is going to take you to where you need to get to. But before you find those type of people, you need to be consistent and you need to give it time. Time is all you have. So there's no rush to success. And think about this as well. No one knows how much is in your bank account right now. No one. So if you have the money that you wanted to have as well, you're not going to be stupid enough to tell people what's in your bank account. So let that sink in. Don't try to rush the success thing. Go through all the process. Be consistent. As much as I want my subscribers to go up, look, I do this for me. I do this because when I look back on my channel, I say to myself, yeah, I've been putting in that work. And I can see every video that I put out, I'll be like, okay, cool. I remember I put that video out. I got some nice feedback from that video. That's cool. then everything just coming on some boatload thing, and like, you know, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what content they like. I just, you know what I mean? You just keep it 100 with yourself, man. Do what you like doing, stick to it, and be consistent. Another thing, don't complain. Majority of the time, people are complaining because they ain't even putting in the work, but they really want the result. Make it make sense.